All right, gentlemen, when it comes to the tactical, he did have a major amount of changes made to his perk tree right here. So he had some buffs, he had some nerfs, and we're going to go over the stronger buffs and also all the nerfs as well. So we have the greens are going to be the buffs, and the reds will be the nerfs. As you see, the red one right there, that is Emperor's Vengeance. That was the main nerf to the grenade launcher. It only receives one grenade each time that you use this perk, which is significantly less. You will have to look for ammo caches to refill this thing, or just really conserve your ammo now going forward. And then we have number 2, Expert Timing. This also took a 25% damage decrease. So it used to be 100%, and now it is down to 75%. So that is another one that took a bit of a hit. But, you know, some things did get buffed to really make up for number 2. But number 1, the Emperor's Vengeance, not refilling the grenade launcher, that's the main thing. You know, that's really what hurts the most. And then there also was a nerf to the scan in general. It was stacking incorrectly on enemies, so that has been fixed as well. So that is it for all the nerfs, and I'm going to go over just a couple of the major buffs I see, but then you can kind of go through here and you'll know exactly what changed for each perk that that you can look out for and kind of decide from yourself for there. But number 1 on the list is the green number 1, Plasma Boost. This is the most significant buff I think in here. It really does increase the plasma rifle even more than it was, guys. This thing was very strong, and I know not a lot of tacticals have taken it because the grenade launcher was so OP, and I really don't blame you. But I think now is the time to go to the plasma rifle. So with this, when you get 30% overheated, you are going to do 40% more damage, and your charge shot will be the 1 less energy. Now, before all this was 50% to overheat, and you only did 30% more damage. So this is significantly stronger, a huge change. And then the next one that is a big one is number 8 right here. We're looking at the scan will now scan for 120% extra damage. You will just use your scan differently because when they leave the marked area, they leave your scan. So you are pairing this with your block and parry scan, and that is how you are scanning the enemies most efficiently with your blocks and your parries, and then you are picking up an extra 120% damage. So those are the most 2 significant ones. I do want to check out number 10 in the green right there, just to see how much more they raised the damage on that, because they did raise the damage. It says from 75 to 100, and then they also raised the radius by 5 meters. It was 5 meters, and now it is 10 meters. So I'm also going to go in there and check out number 10. So those are the main ones right there. But as I said before, just look at this, pull this up whenever you're looking at your perks, and it'll easily tell you like what perks you just want to look at real fast that and you'll know those are the ones that have changed and stuff like that. So we're going to go straight on here to what changed with his weapons. So he almost got a buff to nearly most of his weapons here. So we got the Stalker, the Bolt Carbine, SMG, and the Marksman both got a buff, and the Heavy Bolt Rifle. They all got 5% damage buffs, and actually, I think the Bolt Carbine Marksman actually got a 7%. So I didn't put the Marksman in here, but it also got a buff, and I think it was 7% on the Bolt Carbine Marksman. And then we got a 6% damage buff for the Auto Bolt Rifle, and a 8% damage buff for the Bolt Rifle to, I'm sure, make up for the grenade launcher, debuff. So 8% on that thing. You know what? It did hit pretty hard. So all this, I have not tested out these bolt rifles at all. I'm really just running my main setups. I've been running the plasma rifle for absolute and things like that. So these I still have to test out, but these are the changes that were made. And for most significant one, yeah, I don't even know, man. Honestly, I was really thinking they were going to buff these bolters a whole lot more after they nerfed the grenade launcher. I was thinking at least 10%, and I was thinking even higher for some of them. So, I was a little disappointed with the ranged weapon buffs that we got. I thought for the bolt guns, I thought this could have been a little better, but at least it's something. And I shouldn't say anything before I go in there and try it out and see really what kind of effect it's taking place when you're adding in fire rate and all that kind of stuff. So, it becomes, it's something you got to test and really check. So I do appreciate you guys checking out the video. Hopefully this helped you guys a little bit, kind of understand and show you just what perks really changed for the class so that you can go in there and just quickly know instead of fishing around and looking for names and things like that.